Okay, call this meeting to order. Let the record show that all commissioners are present. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. I don't have any minutes. Does anybody have any minutes? All right. All right. Anybody, citizens' comments, anybody want to say anything? Forms are up there. I didn't. Okay. Next, we have a presentation by Debbie M. Nielsen, owner and President Nielsen Properties, disputing penalty and interest and attorney's fees for property ID number 39601. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Morning.
It's nice to be back in Del Rio and see a lot of old faces. It's like old home.
Oh, old.
It's been a long time. Not calling anybody old by any means. I'm here to try to get rid of this penalty and interest that's been assessed on a piece of property that I have. I have currently 11 pieces of property and have never missed a tax payment ever in 25 years except for one that they said, and I went ahead and paid it, but I did go back and prove that I thought I was late, but I really wasn't. But you've got the history from the county, the very end, that shows over 25 years, not one tax payment on here other than the one in '05 when I left Del Rio and moved to Kerrville. Shows on here to be late, and I paid the interest without fighting it. I had a heart attack in June 16th. On June 14th, I paid all my half taxes that were due for June 30th, and I dated all the checks June 30th. And I sit them in a bin that says to be mailed, and I go down and I take them to the post office and I get a little receipt and I take a copy of the check so that I have proof that I sent them. But I was in the hospital, so my secretary, being a friend and a nice person, she picked up everything that was in the mail bin and put the 2 checks to the county in one envelope and the 2 checks to the city in the other envelope, and mailed them, even though they were dated for June 30th. She went ahead and mailed them, and she said it was either the 16th or 17th. So we walk along. I come back and I have another heart attack, heart problems in December, go back in the hospital. In February, I receive a notice from the attorney saying that they didn't receive one of my payments. So I don't ever want to accuse anybody of not doing their job, or accidents happen. But I think what happened is they took this check, tossed that one in the trash. Here's one check. But in this envelope, there's 2 checks. But I don't want to pay $1,500 because somebody forgot to pull out the second check in here. Then empty the envelope. You saw how easy that was. I mean, I didn't even look down at the envelope. It's 1 check pulled out. And then not any kind of a notice from the county until the attorney sent it to me 8 months later. And so I sent another check for that same amount and said, please look through this. Here's a copy of my bank statement. The city got their 2 checks at the same time, and they deposited their 2 checks. You deposited 1 check, but in that envelope was 2 checks. So I'm just, I have sent itemized here. I've even pulled the audit trail on my computer so you can see what day and time I actually wrote the checks, which is Exhibit G. I wrote them on 6/14 at 4:02 p.m. All the checks were right there. They were all written. And I showed you that I did that same thing back in November when I paid the half taxes. So you not only have my bank statement, At that time, I had $70,000 in the account. There was no reason for me not to pay my taxes. My history speaks for itself. This is just 25 years I've owned the property, over 30 years, and I've never been late with a payment.
What is the penalties on this?
I'm sorry?
What are they charging on penalties?
15, right now it's at $1,505.
Make a motion to waive the penalty.
1505.56.
Oh, this is only a presentation. Do we have it later on the agenda?
No.
No.
Okay.
Well, we can't take action the way this is.
We'll put it on the next agenda and take action.
Okay, do I need to be back here?
No.
Okay, thank you, because it's very hard. We do therapy
Right.
5 days a week in San Antonio, so it's very hard, but I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's an honest mistake. I saw how easy
Right.
it is.
Yeah, no, we'll put it on the next agenda and
Thank you.
and act on it.
Thank you guys
Thank you.
so very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, have a safe trip back.
Thank you. Good seeing everybody.
Likewise.
Wow,
The old
great.
All those old people. All those young people.
Yeah, all you young people. it was
He's
good
talking to
see
me.
you.
All right,
Thank
thank you.
Thanks.
All right, next we have discussed possible action and approved payment for CEA membership dues for 2018, the amount of $400.
Move. Second.
Motion second, in discussion. If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody, 5-0. Next, discuss possible action and approval of proclamation in support of National School Choice Week.
Motion to approve. Second.
There's a motion, there's a second. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. All those opposed, nobody, thank you. All right, next, discuss possible action on selection of a Val Verde County representative to be an appraisal district. And, I don't know if I explained this one, but if we split our vote there, we lose one of the seats there. We have two of them, Pam Smith and, Rusty Sewell. Those are our nominations. You wanna
We
give
don't
them?
pick from any of these, or
No,
just
because if you pick somebody else, then ours will not be picked. We got a maximum. So the other ones are represented, entities. So if we give our votes to somebody else, ours will not going to be picked.
So the two again were, just for clarification again?
Yes, Rusty Sewell and Pam Smith.
And these others are picked by who?
By-
Lois Everett, I know is Comstock.
Comstock, and then the
Fred
school
Contreras.
district and the city.
How can he sit on the city council and also be on?
I don't know. They can?
Yeah.
And then,
Raymond
Nino
Mesa.
Guzman is appointment.
The school district, and so is Raymond Mesa. He was school board member, and he's also sitting.
We're sure they can serve
Mhm.
in double capacity.
Yeah.
Elected officials,
Mhm.
or appointed officials.
Diana Salgado is also,
That's a direct conflict of interest.
Diana Salgado is also in the city council, and she's there. So my recommendation would be to vote for both of those that we.
I've got a question, Judge. Is
Okay.
Lucas Gilliam still on the appraisal
No.
board?
He's
out. Okay,
He's out.
good.
We replace him with Rusty Sewell. Oh, there are two nominations. Okay. So I need a motion to approve both of them.
Motion to approve Rusty Sewell and Pam Smith.
Okay, I need a second.
Second.
Okay, second. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Judge, I'm gonna abstain, I'm gonna partner with Rusty, so.
Okay. One abstention, 4-0-1. All right, next, item 10, discuss possible action on a request for resolution and/or to order the Val Verde County Court of Law to apply and receive grant from the Office of Texas Government Specialty Court.
Motion to approve.
Second.
The motion, the second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed?
I oppose.
One opposition. Okay. Thank you. All right, next, item 11, discuss possible action on request for resolution and/or to order for adult drug court discrepancy, federal grant process,
Move.
progress, I'm sorry.
Move.
So move.
Second.
Second, any discussion?
Is this another one?
Mhm.
Is this part of the same one?
Part
This
of-
is another grant?
The governor's grant requires you at least after the first year to apply for the grant, whether or not you get funded or not.
Okay, and that's what you're doing with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, there's a motion and a second. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, all those opposed?
I oppose.
Okay, one opposition. 4-1-0. And next, discuss the possible action on a request permission via court resolution and/or to application of Valverde County Court of Law for Children's Justice Act grant and courtroom improvement technology grant.
Move.
So move.
Second.
Second. Okay, all those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, all those opposed?
Aye.
4-1. Thank you.
Assistant.
All right, number 13, discuss possible action on resolution recognizing Red River Waste Solutions. Commissioner Windmill?
What is the problem with this resolution?
Oh, they're just gonna change the name. No, my name. Oh, yeah. That was it.
I so moved. I make a motion this be approved.
Second.
Motion is second.
Valverde County Court acknowledge efforts of Red River Waste Solutions, System County in keeping the community clean for their volunteer efforts this past year. Be it resolved, Valverde County hereby grateful for Red River Waste Solutions cleaning the area in the East Virginia streets, Valverde County taking excess trash and material to the city of Del Rio landfill. Now to be resolved, Valverde County is also grateful for Red River Waste Solutions for placing large dumpsters at the Civic Center parking lot November 11th. Residents of Valverde County were allowed to bring waste material and trash free of charge to the dumpsters, and then we're taking to the city landfill free of charge. Be it further resolved, Mr. Robert Montes of Red River Waste Solutions has been very cordial and cooperative with the residents of Valverde County in aiding their efforts to keep our community clean. We thank you and praise you for all your efforts towards these endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robert.
Sure.
By himself?
Just facing that. What you?
First guy in the front.
How did you get with no reservation? Where's the paper?
Right here.
Yeah,
Let the judge get the paper.
There we go. Hurry up, I can't hold it in this long. Got it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
We need to sign it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll make sure you get a copy.
Yeah, well, All right, next we have item 14, discuss possible action on authorized advertisement for bids of mega water line materials.
Motion to approve, Judge.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? None. All those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
All right.
Aye. Those opposed? 5-0. Thank you. All right, next, item 15, discuss possible action on resolution authorizing the submission of 2018 step fund application text to the Department of Agriculture for ridge line, water line improvements.
Motion to approve and have the judge sign.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Nobody? 5-0. All right, item 16, discuss the possible action to declare the following items as surplus property and properly dispose of same. This position may be auctioned, reassigned, recycled, destroyed, or donated.
Judge, the items that have precinct 2, I'd
Mhm.
like to table those. Hold on on those development.
Okay, there's a motion to table items on precinct 2. I need a second.
Second.
Second. Okay, any discussion? Okay, I also need a motion. Okay, let's vote on this one. All those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
All right.
Aye, those opposed? Nobody? 5-0.
I'll make a motion on the items on precinct 1, can be sold.
Okay. There's a motion. Second. Any discussion? Not all those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Nobody? 5-0. Next, item 17, discuss policy regarding the payment of execute purchase not complying with current purchasing policy.
Motion to approve, so everybody knows on that item and line, that 832, we were under the understanding there was still money in that, grant for, dumping. Apparently the grant has not been renewed, the reason that it worked out the way it was.
Okay.
So, well, they say once it is renewed, then we can take it out of it. But in the meantime, we'll do one, take it out of our budget.
Also, the correction on the paying of bills on Gene Steele, District Attorney, that's not going to be paid by us, right?
That is correct.
That's correct, yes.
Okay, so with those adjustments, I need a
I made a motion.
motion,
Second.
second. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor, indicate by saying aye. Aye, all those opposed, nobody, 5-0. Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Okay.
Item 18, discuss possible action on accepting donation from Middle Rio Grande GDC 911 in the form of 5 horsepower, 5810 workstations and 10 NEC.
Motion to accept.
Second.
Motion, a second. Any discussion? Not all those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
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 All those opposed, nobody, 5-0. Sheriff, item 19, you want it to be tabled? You don't want to give us a reason for it?
Yep, I'd like to table item 19, that vendor there will not, meet our needs as to what we need, so we're reaching out to another, vendor here locally that we could have a 24/7, 365
Okay.
day.
Motion to table.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. Any discussion? Not all those in favor, indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, nobody, 5-0. Item 20, discuss possible action authorizing the Sheriff Joe Frank to request a credit card for Valverde County Office to issue to Alejandro Delgado.
Motion to approve.
Okay, there's a motion.
second.
Second by Commissioner, Owens. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
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 All those opposed, nobody, 5-0. Item 21, discuss possible action authorizing Sheriff Joe Frank Martinez to grant extensions on leave for maximum amount of critical need, employees.
Didn't we
You
do
did?
this?
Yes, sir. But we had a communication operator basically walk off the job without a 2-week notice, and I'm pulling I'm pulling 3 people into that to make up the difference.
So how many people are we talking about here?
3 people. 3 people. It's a communication supervisor, a civil process clerk, and a deputy. It's just to give a little time for their leave,
How long?
6 months.
About
What
3
about the
months.
rest? I have a question. What about the rest of the county employees? What's the
I
situation?
provided the departments a notice back in October, letting them know to schedule leave between then and the end of December. So far, everybody's been making arrangements to have them take off. The only concern that I had with this, and I expressed that to the sheriff and the chief, these people are still going to be earning time in the next couple of 6 months that he wants the extension. So it's this plus whatever they earn. I mean, we've been given 2 years to work on all this, and I understand the situation, but to me, it's
Pay raise.
irrelevant.
The pay raise.
You know, I mean, I think we need to look.
How much
at
time
the
do they need?
process.
How much time do they have or what?
One of them's got,
128 hours.
yeah, one's got 2 weeks, and the other 2 have 1 week.
I'll make the motion, to grant the extension for those 3 people
For how long?
for 6 months.
Judge, if I may, I would recommend 3 months.
3 months?
I'll change my motion to 3 months.
I'll second it.
Okay. There's a motion for 3 months, second, Commissioner Nettleton. Okay, all those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, all those opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. All right, next, item 22, County Treasurer's Report.
Oh, I got caught up. There's no need for.
Falling apart?
Yeah, I'm falling apart here. There's no need for an approval, and this is just a preliminary report to show how we ended at the end of the month of November. After today's approval of bills paid, the numbers will change, as you see on the general fund especially.
We had discussed getting a report that gave us exactly all the encumbrances and everything.
I believe the auditor is giving you.
You do have encumbrance report in your package.
Yeah, it's here.
Oh, goody. I was wanting something a little simpler, but all right.
No, it's been for a while.
I was wanting something a little simpler that just gave totals like on the treasurer's report.
Sure, just look at the back page.
Yeah, and then I have to do the, man.
No, back page.
Oh, sorry.
I don't have to do the math, but okay.
Okay. Thank you, Aaron. All right, item 23, discuss possible action on updating exemption position listed 2 and added to DA personnel. Monica?
I am requesting to update the exemption list to add the full-timers from the DA's office. After evaluating the job descriptions that they have in place, they need to be classified the same way that we have for first and second assistants with the county attorney.
Move.
So move.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Nobody? 5-0. Next, item 24, discuss possible action on what date, process time, entry for period 26.
This has come about because we've got Monday and Tuesday coming up for the Christmas holiday. Monday, we normally do running process payroll, so auditor's office is trying to see what day we could designate to full-time entry in order to get it processed.
What's your recommendation on the date?
Well, there's two scenarios we have. We can run on Friday, we're gonna have to estimate times.
Okay.
Friday. And then that will still enable us to have court on Wednesday. Or we can run it on Wednesday and then have court on Thursday, move court. The danger on estimated on Friday is only our leave without pay.
I don't think you can legally estimate time.
We're gonna estimate it on Friday, but when we present it to you on Wednesday, it will no longer be estimated.
But you're gonna write checks based off of the estimate or off of the reality?
We're gonna write checks based on the estimate. Now, before it's presented to you, it will be actuals, because it won't be presented to you until Wednesday.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come up with a different system.
Okay, the different solution would be to run it on Wednesday and have court on Thursday.
Okay.
And then we can do that.
We
Okay,
can-
so we're gonna move court from Wednesday to Thursday,
Just
or have an additional court on Thursday?
You can,
It's gonna be an additional court.
it'll be a special.
Regular meetings. Okay, so we'll have court on Wednesday and Thursday.
Wednesday. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, item 25, discuss monthly audit reports. Yes.
You get into a roll.
Yeah.
So it'll be the same at 9 o'clock.
Mhm. Go ahead, man.
All right, good morning. Any questions on budgets, expense approval reports, bills?
Seem to be doing okay.
Doing okay?
Yes, we are. We are
Motion to
doing
approve.
okay.
There's motion. Second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Nobody? 5-0. Thank you, man. Item 26, discuss possible action regarding the use of excess funds to create temporary clerical position, permission to advertise and to hire same.
Have y'all already done a job description and everything else?
Yes.
Did you, Judge? Okay. Motion to approve.
What is,
Sir?
what is temporary?
Temporary 60 days to 2 months
60 days.
at $10 an hour.
I want to second that motion.
A motion and a second. And we're probably, we're probably gonna do the same thing on the next meeting for Mr. Sonny, because he also needs some help. And we hire him at $10 an hour and temporary for 60 days. But that will be in the next meeting, okay? There's a motion and a second. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Nobody, 5-0. Do we need to go to executive session, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're now going to executive session pursuant to the Texas Government Code 551.071, parentheses 1 and parentheses A, and 551.071, parentheses 2, and 551.071, parentheses 1, parentheses 2. Now, 9:45, no action was taken. Mr. Cerny, any plats to be approved? Mr. Cerny?
Roger.
Any plans to be approved? No, certificate plans, okay. Approval of monthly report from elected officials.
Motion approved.
Motion approved. If there's any, need a second? Second. Any discussion? Not all those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody? Item 33, approval of bills for payment.
You ain't got anything to add?
You got none?
Motion approved.
No, there's none to add.
Oh,
Okay. All right, next, I just have one comment. Don't forget that any department head or elected office that wants to donate door prices for Friday's Christmas party.
So the party that I went to on Friday was not the
Now,
showed up.
all right, just bring them into my office and, right. Nothing else, and this meeting's adjourned.
That's